MATLAB, interview questions and answers. Beginner means advanced. Introduction. MATLAB is a high-level programming language and numerical computing environment developed by MathWorks. MATLAB is widely used for numerical computing, data analysis, signal processing, machine learning, simulation, engineering applications. MATLAB provides check, matrix-based computing, check, visualization tools, check, mathematical modeling, check, simulation support, check, toolbox ecosystem. 1 to 20. MATLAB Basics. What is MATLAB? MATLAB is a numerical computing and programming platform. What does MATLAB stand for? Matrix Laboratory. Who develops MATLAB? MathWorks. Matrix operations, data visualization, engineering simulations, numerical analysis. What is MATLAB primarily used for? Engineering, scientific computing, AI ML, simulations, area where variables are stored during execution. What is command window? Interface for executing MATLAB commands. What is script in MATLAB? File containing MATLAB commands. What is function in MATLAB? Reusable block of code. Basic MATLAB program. DISP, hello MATLAB. What is variable assignment in MATLAB? X equals 10. What is semicolon in MATLAB? Suppresses output display. Double. Car, logical, cell, struct. What is matrix in MATLAB? Fundamental data structure in MATLAB. Matrix example. A equals 1, 2, 3, 4. What is vector in MATLAB? One-dimensional array. Row vector example. V equals 1, 2, 3. Column vector example. V equals 1, 2, 3. What is indexing in MATLAB? Accessing matrix or vector elements. Indexing example. A1, 2, 21 to 40. Arrays, functions, and control statements. What is array in MATLAB? Collection of elements stored together. What is multidimensional array? Array with multiple dimensions. What is colon operator? 1 to 10. What is linspace? Linspace 0, 1, 5. What is zeros function? Zeros 3, 3. What is ones function? Ones 2, 2. What is I function? I 3. What is size function? Size A. What is length function? Length V. What is function definition in MATLAB? Function y equals square x. Y equals xx. End. What is anonymous function? F equals x squared. What is if statement? If x is 0. End. For I equals 1 to 5. End. What is while loop? While x is greater than 10. What is switch statement? Switch x end. What is break statement? Exits loop immediately. What is continue statement? Skips current iteration. What is recursion in MATLAB? Function calling itself. What is nargen? Number of input arguments. What is nargout? Number of output arguments. 41 to 70. Matrix operations and visualization. Why is MATLAB matrix-oriented? Optimized for matrix computations. Matrix addition example, A plus B. Matrix multiplication example, A times B. Element-wise multiplication example, A dot text, B. What is transpose operation? A prime. What is inverse matrix? Inv A. What is determinant? Det A. What is eigenvalue calculation? Egg A. What is plot function? Creates 2D plots. Plot example. Plot XY. What is subplot? Multiple plots in one figure. Labels x-axis. What is y label? Labels y-axis. What is title? Adds graph title. What is grid on? Grid on. What is histogram? Histogram data. What is bar chart? Bar XY. What is scatter plot? Scatter XY. What is 3D plotting? Visualizing three-dimensional data. 3D plot example. Surf XYZ. What is mesh grid? Generates coordinate matrices. What is image processing toolbox? MATLAB toolbox for image analysis. What is signal processing toolbox? Toolbox for analyzing signals. What is Simulink? Graphical simulation environment in MATLAB. Running dynamic system models. What is numerical integration? Integral f over 1. What is interpolation? Interp 1, xy, xi. What is FFT in MATLAB? Fast Fourier transform computation. FFT example. FFT signal. What is optimization toolbox? Toolbox for optimization problems. 71 to 100. Advanced MATLAB concepts. What is script versus function? Scripts share workspace. Functions have local scope. What is cell array? Array storing different data types. Cell array example. C equals 1, text, 1, 2. What is structure in MATLAB? Structure example. S.name equals John. What is file I/O in MATLAB? Reading and writing files. Read file example. Data equals read table file.csv. Write file example. Write table data out CSV. Identifying and fixing code issues. Common debugging tools. Breakpoints, step execution, workspace inspection. What is vectorization in MATLAB? Replacing loops with matrix operations. Why use vectorization? Better performance. Optimized execution. What is pre-allocation? Reserving memory before loops. Pre-allocation example. A equals zeros 1001. What is handle graphics? MATLAB graphics object system. What is parallel computing toolbox? Parallel execution support. What is par for loop? Par for I equals 1 to 10 end. Common MATLAB interview topics? Comma. Matrices, plotting, functions, vectorization, simulations. Common MATLAB problems? Slow loops, memory usage, indexing errors. Best practices in MATLAB. Check. Use vectorization, pre-allocate arrays, modularize code. What is machine learning toolbox? AI and ML functionality in MATLAB. What is deep learning toolbox? Neural network and deep learning support. What is code generation in MATLAB? Converting MATLAB code into C, C++. What is MATLAB compiler? Creates standalone executables. MATLAB versus Python? MATLAB excels in engineering. Python has broader ecosystem. MATLAB versus Octave. Octave is open source MATLAB alternative. How to become strong in MATLAB. Track matrix operations. Build simulations. Learn visualization tools. Biggest MATLAB interview concept. Efficient matrix-based numerical computing. Key MATLAB interview focus. Matrices, plotting, vectorization, and simulations. Why is MATLAB popular in engineering? Powerful numerical computation and visualization capabilities. Final summary. MATLAB interviews focus on matrix operations, plotting and visualization, numerical computing, functions and scripts, vectorization, simulations and modeling, toolboxes, and optimization, engineering applications. Key idea. Strong MATLAB developers understand efficient matrix computations, numerical analysis, and scientific visualization techniques.